YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Greatly appreciate you clicking on the video today. We are here, off-season episode here in 2031. If you haven't watched the previous episode, go take a peek, because spoiler in 3, 2, 1. We lost in the first round of the playoffs yet again. So, here we are. Still without a bowl win. What is this, 6-7 years in already? And it's starting to get old, to be quite honest with you. Getting quite old. We have 99 overalls, well, team-wise, I guess, for the second year, and we come up short. We pulled Ohio State last year. We got Alabama this year. So, obviously, we got to beat all those big teams, right? But in the first round is kind of crazy, right? Just get us a bowl win under our belt, and then we can move on from there, right? So, we'll go ahead and take a peek here at who won the national title. Ole Miss ends up winning it over Ohio State. So, we'll take a look at the college bracket. We'll talk about stats, and then obviously we'll get into the off-season things. I greatly appreciate the support. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Are we ever going to do it? Are we ever going to win? Are we ever going to become the pinnacle of college football? We're moving up the ladder in the promotions, but we're not getting the job done when it matters. So, is that something that's going to be Chiefs' calling card, or are we going to figure it out? Bracket time. So as we look at the bracket, 51-34, Alabama over Ball State. How we got the 6th seed is still just mind-boggling to me. Just mind-boggling. Louisville was 10-2, and they get the, or 10-3, and they get the 3 seed. Like, just don't understand. Just don't get it. Just don't get it at all. Anyway, I digress. So we have the 4, the 8, the 11, and the 2 seed that made it into the semis, and then we had Ole Miss versus Ohio State in a what looks like an absolute classic of a national championship game, 24-21. Season stats. We had Garrison Nicholson, the sophomore, 4,398, so just under 4,400 yards on 61% completion, 47 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. So, obviously, for a sophomore especially, he had a fantastic season. James Byard, again, really solid, really good junior year. He's an 87. He's probably coming back, so we're gonna have him again. Just over 1,300 yards on 280 carries. Excuse me. He had 4.7 yards per carry, 21 touchdowns, averaged just under 95 yards per game. 33 broken tackles, 458 yards after contact. The only issue is he doesn't have like that big game gain ability. Only 44 yards is long. Garrison also put in 471 yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground. Paris, the freshman, came in with 10 touchdowns as well. Receiving wise, no 1,000-yard receivers. However, these guys are unbelievable. Woodside only played 8 games. That's been his calling card the last 2 years. Just can't stay on the field, but when he's on the field, he produces 97 yards per game for Woodside. 65 catches for both Kenoy and Combo. Just over 900 yards for both. 11 touchdowns for Kenoy and 5 for Combo. 10 touchdowns for Cantazaro as well. Woodside with 9, as we mentioned. Byard got 8 receiving touchdowns as well. Drugsma kind of fell off a little bit, just under 500 yards. But with these guys up here, it's really tough to find the tight end, especially in this playbook. Defensively, 119 tackles for Johnny Linencole, 14, good lord, tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, 119 tackles is crazy. Baldridge, our senior corner, at 96 tackles, was second on the team as a corner. He had 3 picks as well. Donahue, 86 tackles, 30 for loss. Gadsden, 81 tackles, 11 for loss as well. TFL's 24 for Manu as well, 16 for Punga, Linencole, we already talked about, Gaston, and Briggs. So we had a bunch of tackles for loss. Sacks, Donahue and Manu, 14.5 for each of the seniors, and then 10 for Punga. Interceptions, 4 Camella, 3 for Baldridge, as we talked about. Delgado found 3 as well. Donahue 2, Linencole 2, and then 1 for Colin, Gaston, Frederick, and Uwanwu. So the defense played super well. Just not well enough against Alabama. Gave up 51 points, and that's just way too many for us to win a game, period, right? So we are losing some key pieces. Donahue's gone, Delgado's gone, Baldridge is gone, Camella is gone. So we're going to have to really reload, especially in that secondary. My least favorite page. We have 10 persuasions. And we have 12 or 13 players that are leaving. We don't use Uwomo, as he's a sophomore redshirt at a 92. He was a tackle that we moved to tight end, and because of our tackle depth, we just kept him at tight end. We never used him, so he can go to the draft. That's totally fine. These two coming back would be absolutely monstrous, so we're going to go ahead and try to get both of these guys back. Extremely high success rate, which we get both of them back. Now, here's the thing, right? Woodside, I would love to have back. Contazaro would love to have back. Lewinberg, love to have him back as well. He would be the starter. Drugsma, I'm pretty sure, is gone now. Kenoy would love to have him back. Kongbo would love to have back. Flipovich, to be honest, like, yes, he's really good, right? But his speed is just super low. So there's some of these guys that I would obviously really enjoy to have back, like Lane Dalton, we really don't need. Berrien, he's super slow, 83, so don't know if I'd want him. Normal dev here for stay. So Washington would be huge to have back, and we're not going to get him back. Kongbo, want him back, failed to get him back. Kenoy, failed to get him back. Good lord. Contazaro, kept Contazaro, great, love that, and kept Woodside. All right. Whew. All right, we're good. Oh, there's no chance of that tight end coming back. All right, so Leeuwenberg, would love to have him back. He's gonna come back. Love that. Okay, so now we need to figure out normal dev, no. Berrien, no. So we'll try to get Flipovich back. Not gonna come back. And we'll go Berrien, because the other two we really don't need. So we were very unsuccessful. Holy. We did get 5 out of the 10, I guess, so 50%. But we lose Kenoy. He was a freshman, too. Oh, I forgot he was a freshman. Oh. Kongbo's not as big of a deal. Flipovich is a big deal because of him being a freshman as well. But Kenoy, man, that's tough. We'll see if he's... What is his deal breakers play style? I mean, I guess we didn't throw it around a whole lot. We'll see if we can sneak him back in through the portal. I doubt it. We've tried that before. It doesn't really work very well. Draft results. Look at the amount of players we have drafted coming from Ball State. And we're still only a 3.5 stars program, by the way, which is crazy. Actually, is it really, with not winning a bowl game in 6-7 years? Good Lord. Trent Perkins, first round draft pick, 96 overall left tackle. Uoma gets drafted in the second round. He didn't catch a ball. He didn't play a snap for us in the last, I don't think ever. He never played a snap in college. He just got drafted in the second round with a tight end with the number 72 as a sophomore redshirt, by the way. Oh boy, he's definitely a tackle for sure. St. John, left edge, 93 overall, second round for Camella as well. Chrisman hasn't played in 2 years, got drafted in the fourth round. Folkerts, sixth round as a center. Sam Donahue, I mean, he should have been drafted higher. He was unbelievable. Sixth round for him. Baldridge, sixth round. Delgado, sixth round. And seventh round for Punga. So look at all these players that we just put in the draft. A lot of defensive talent, a lot of upfront talent. And we persuaded 2 receivers to stay back from the draft and 2 offensive lines. So there's a lot of talent here at Ball State. As we get into the portal, just a little update on what we have already signed here. So we have a handful of 5 stars and a bunch of 4 stars as well. We're looking here to fill out maybe the rest of this. These 2 down the board, I'm unsure what I want to do with. Obviously, Mix, I want him. He's a star. The Briscoe, I might just revoke, right? We should be able to find some quarterbacks in the transfer portal that would come over, and that's the first one that's up here. So we should be able to fill out some things that we need at this point in time. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the board, and I will be seeing you here in a few. All right, we are here with the class. We signed 34 players. We missed out on 1 corner. He had 96 speed, which is great. All those things in the 90 are fantastic. He did only have normal dev as a junior, so he wouldn't have got much better. Would he have helped on the outside? 100%. He also had quick jump, but we lost him. So as we get to the top part of our class, we finished with 6 5 stars in our class, 1 being a gem with star development. I was hoping it would be elite, but he should be really solid. We get another star here as a 5-star tackle, so 2 star right tackles and elite tackle as well. Star at free safety, an agile star as well, star for this right edge as well. We were locked in a battle with Ohio State for a long time with him, and a strategic placement of our visit helped us pole vote past them and get us this recruit. So great look there. 1 elite, 5 stars. This right edge with impact for a 4-star dev is ridiculous. Elite for the D tackle Gestunu, which is great because we lost a lot of depth there. Right guard star development here for Tim Mix. Impact for D tackle, star for left guard LeBron. Another star for the edge threat, star for the athlete, star for this lurker. Holy. Zambrano kind of puts us back down to earth here a little bit with a normal dev. Ooh. Where's his strength? I wish they showed his strength. Because maybe his run block power is 78. I mean, he has pretty good pass blocking stuff, but he might move to D tackle, maybe. Impact for the free safety. Impact here for the will. Impact for the 3-star quarterback who's a peer runner. We're just trying to get depth, right? So this was not a great signing. He's a peer runner with 81 speed. So not a great signing, but something that we need to get depth on behind Garrison Nicholson. So now we are, I guess I missed one. Folk is a normal development 4-star that we got pretty late in the process. And then we get to our transfers. Star development, freshman transfer, 92 tackle, 95 block shed. Good Lord. He does only have 69 speed. He might be a D tackle guy that we look at. Star development for the sophomore Will signal caller with 90 speed. Love that. That might be a user guy. Then we get to the corners. Junior star development with quick jump. Freshman I wish these two would flip their development traits. That would be sick. We do bring back Andre Kongbo. He does have impact. We knew that. Kenoi was the only 5-star up there, and I think of the 7 years that we've done the offseason, there's only been one other 5-star, and it was a quarterback, and we couldn't even go after him, which was disappointing. So Kongbo's coming back. We got Motu Opaka, and he has 98 speed at 6'3". He has 91 catch in traffic. Yeah, he's going to be really good for us this year. Then we have a sophomore that has impact. Look at all those abilities. 94 speed, 95 excel. We'll work a lot on his catching in the offseason or route running. This guy is going to be a stud. We get another receiver, 93 speed. He's a sophomore with elite development. So we are building this receiver core. Some of them, truthfully, some of our young guys might need the flip sides of the ball, to be quite honest with you, because it's just, we get so many receivers in the portal. They want to come play here. So it's just one of those things, right? So left edge, 92 tackle, 88 strength, 80 speed, star development trait for him. Pocket passer, we sniped this guy like last week. How we did, I'm unsure. We didn't even get his we didn't even get it right, and we still jumped 3 teams. He is only impact. He is a freshman pocket passer, so maybe, right, because Nicholson's probably leaving after this year. So if he's willing to stay for a year, he'd be able to probably get a start, because our quarterback room is not deep at all. We get a tight end, impact development, free safety, 3-star. We get an impact for the strong safety, a star for a 3-star running back, and then we get impact for a freshman transfer QB as well. So way too many 3-stars for my liking, right? We have 5 in the class, which is probably going to drop our number quite a bit, and it really didn't all that much. But if we're able, Georgia and I went toe-to-toe, like all identical except for the 5 3-stars. So a really, really, really solid class. We got 34 players. They got 34 6-stars, 6 5-stars. They had, if you move those 3-stars over here, we had identical numbers, and we only lost to them by 1. And us by far are the best two. Like there's 20 points between us two. So we're continuing to get good classes. We're continuing to get good players, but we just need to find ways to win the big game. We are here at position changes. We have a way deeper quarterback room than I thought we did. So I don't know why it was so important for us to go after them as much. I don't know. The needs thing might be broken. I'm unsure. I'm really unsure. Yeah, just nothing really. We get star developments down here, right? So maybe they're able to make pretty big jumps. But Paris looks like he's going to be the guy behind Byard. The only thing is, right, is these guys have stars. So if they get a bunch, we might be looking at a new new backup running back, even though Paris is really, really solid. Woodside, Cantazaro, Combo. We're back to these 3 being able to play together. Biggest issue is Kongbo's 85 speed. Yeah, we need to get Makuka on the field. Whiteside also, right? So like we are really deep here now, which is a good thing to have, right? But we also need to be very, very careful with how we deal with this. We're probably going to look at moving one of these guys to tight end, because we only have 3 of them. So we, good Lord, pure blocker. This guy's kind of insane. 75 speed is not the kind of tight end that I'm looking for, but so we're just kind of looking through, and we're going to just make sure that most of the, so like this, right? We're going to switch some of these freshmen over to left edge just so we have some different types of players there. So like left edge 84 as a junior. So if we move this guy with star dev over, he's probably going to be playing in 2 years. Same thing with him. He's just a little bit lower rated to start, but he does have star development, so he's probably going to jump cribs. So we're going to go ahead and move him to the other side. And just to even out the numbers a little bit. So there's 5 there, there's 6 here. So that's essentially what I do for especially these like outside type positions, and sometimes it's not even for like longevity of that position. Like this one, we're keeping him because Line and Cole is going to be gone, then Lucky is going to be here for a year, right? So that's kind of the way that we go ahead and do these types of things. If there's like a glaring need at a position, then we go ahead and look to fix that. But right now, truthfully, there's not really a whole lot. We are going to look at moving a receiver over, though. 94 speed, just I don't think we can move to tight end. That's kind of crazy. Can Kongbo go play tight end? We're going to go put him there. His 85 speed. He immediately becomes the best tight end in a loaded tight end room. Like, this is insane. And the pure blocker gets to be the 3rd tight end. So if we need him to come in and run block, we're good there. Okay, so now what I need to do is look at the athletes. I've been looking at D tackle. There's 2 seniors here at D tackle, and we're not very good there. We got a couple freshmen that are coming in as well. So we really just need to figure out what we're going to do with some of these positions. I mean, there's a lot of right guards that are seniors, left guard, center. All right. So the reason that I was looking at that is because we have 3 agile guys. 2 star development and 1 normal development. This guy is really just going to go to where he is best at D tackle. Now, we have to really think about these 2. Because they want us to put it at tight end. I'm not going to put him at tight end. However, he can play any of these positions. He has 92 strength, which makes him a very good D tackle, right? 80 run block, 83 pass block, which makes him a really, really good right guard. I just don't know what to do. And right guard has a bunch of seniors. We're going to go ahead and put Will Jasmine there. And then Jasheed. Again, kind of the same thing. He's not nearly as good at guard. But D tackle with 89 strength, I think he's going to be solid there. So we'll put them there. That is going to be the changing of positions. There's nothing else really that I feel like we really need to do. We got a really deep roster. We got a lot of players at different positions that we need to have there. So we are good to go. All right, arguably my favorite part of the offseason, to be honest, and I'm so glad they put this part in the game, is we get to go in and we get to upgrade manually, and I love it. And I absolutely love it. Obviously, Garrison Nicholson, he's a junior. He's going to be looking to go elsewhere after this. I just can't see him staying. Especially after 55 upgrade points. Our running back room, it might get interesting behind Bayard, right? So for the future, especially with Ham, right? He has star development. He doesn't have any attributes. Paris is an elusive bruiser. Ham is a contact seeker, right? So these 2 are pretty similar. Obviously, Paris with 90 speed is better, but we could work on Ham's speed as well. So that's going to be interesting to look at. There's 56 for Rico Bynum. Good Lord, he might be a problem. 32 here for Leeuwenberg, so he might jump Kongbo, to be honest with you. Anything else like really huge? 46 and 43 for these two. Tuttle is an absolute beast. I'm surprised he didn't leave. I think he was one of the guys that we were able to convince to stay. 50 for Lucian. That is insane. 61. Holy. That is crazy. That guy might come out of nowhere and get some playing time. Everybody else is looking pretty normal. 44 for Bayard. So he's going to jump up. 43 and 42 for our free safeties. 44 and 46 for our strong safeties. So there might be some movement here a little bit in the roster. Big ones that we're going to look at, obviously, is Nicholson. See where we can continue to work on him. What can we do physically? Like attribute-wise. Let's go dot. And we'll max him out there. So we have 46 left. Let's max out IQ. It just makes sense. Let's see here. Do we need more throw power? Let's do one more. Up to 95 throw power, okay? We'll rip one of these, and then we'll do one of those. So he's up to a 90. Now, not going to lie, that was kind of strategic to hopefully have him not leave after his junior year. Hopefully he comes back for his senior year. That was kind of the ploy there. I'm interested to see where Ham finishes up here relative to Paris. So we are going to go ahead. I don't want to waste that right now. So let's go elusiveness. And we'll max that out. Route running and IQ. Quickness is 14. We'll do hands twice. Then we'll hammer IQ till we can't anymore. And then we're going to hit 2 route running. So he's up to an 81, which matches Paris, right? So Paris is still going to be running back number 2, the 5-star guy. 90 speed, obviously we'd love to work on that. I just don't know if that's a real important thing to work on right this second. So we're going to go ahead and work on elusiveness. We'll hit a power, and then we'll work IQ, and then route running. So he's up to an 86 overall, right behind Bayard at an 87. Obviously, we're not going to really look at Bayard. He's not going to do a whole lot. Case is interesting as well, but he's a junior, and he's an 81 speed. So I'm really not looking at him anywhere in the receiving or in the running back room. There's nothing really interesting here, to be honest. So we're not going to show you that. Let's see. This one's probably not going to really be close. I'm looking for something that might like tip the scales. Tuttle is going to be insane. We'll do Tuttle. Can't do anything with pass blocking stuff. IQ, power. He only has 83 strength. Let's rip a couple powers. And then we can hammer IQ. We can hit footwork. And boom. Jadarius Tuttle, 95 overall. Probably could have looked at upgrading physicals, but that is okay. So Law's not really even going to have a chance. He might slide and play center, to be honest with you. Vincent looks like he's going to keep the starting job, even though these three are very similar. Let's see. This one, right, Demorit, he is always hurt. Man, every time I hop in, he's hurt. But we're going to continue to work on him. Let's do one more of run or pass block. Hit IQ. What do we got physical-wise? I don't know if I like any of those. Is there one with 3? Oh, inside shield. There we go. All right, Demort's to a 92. What does Lucian get here with his 50, which is crazy? We'll go pass block up, run block maxed. His power is unlimited, which is crazy. Let's max out his IQ. 12 for quickness, or do we want to hit some of these? Let's do these. Outside shield, outside shield. Boom. All right, Carl Lucian's a 94. So he jumps Demora in the tackles. So that was kind of one of those fun ones that we're looking at. 61 for Azila. Is he going to get up to Dorte? Let's see how close we can get him. He has elite dev. Fitness moves are uncapped. Holy. Alright, power moves up until it hits 7 maybe. Same thing with finesse moves. Let's hit that until it gets to 7. Quickness is worth 12. Run stop, we need to work on that a little bit. Now we can work IQ. And he is all of a sudden up to an 83. So jumped, what, 8 overalls, and now he's matching Dorte, which is crazy. Oh, that's awesome. All right, anything crazy D-tackle wise? No, we are super young D-tackle at D-tackle. Nothing insane here. These two duking it out, but Nwanu's gonna take it. Yeah, there's nothing else really there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest, and I will see you showing you the final roster as we are ending this off-season episode here in 2031, getting ready for the 2032 season. Conference movement time. Here is the spreadsheet of the movement in the conferences this year. So only 2 independents switch out. Sam Houston, who had a horrendous year last year, I think they only won 1 game or something like that. They jumped to 7-6 as they beat up on the independents. Look at the other 3 independent teams: 3-9, 3-9, 3-9. Now in the Conference USA, there was 5 teams that finished in the conference 3-5. However, outside of that, they won the other out-of-conference games. How? Don't know, but that's just kind of the way it is. Probably beating some of the independent teams. So that was also something that we need to probably look at, and I need to write down to remember. But anyway, so here are the teams that are getting moved up and moved down. If you are new here to this, I'll just run through it really quickly. So the Independents, Jack State, and Sam Houston are going to move up into Conference USA, replacing Air Force and Delaware. So now Air Force and Delaware will be down in the Independents. Air Force went 0-12. Delaware went 2-11. So they need a little bit of a reset. Delaware is a flip-flop. They just keep going back and forth between Conference USA and Independent. They are a 0-star program right now, which is crazy. The same thing, Conference USA, Old Dominion, Western Michigan were in the conference title game, so they get to switch with Georgia State and Navy. Navy also went 0-12. So tough year for the academies, and then so on and so forth. Miami of Ohio and WKU go in for UConn and Utah State. Hawaii, Nevada for FAU. USF. So all this stuff down here, right? Minnesota and Rice were in the American, so they get to jump back to the Pac-12, and so on and so forth. Michigan and Tennessee. Tennessee went 0-8 in conference. Michigan went 1-7 in conference, beating Tennessee. So that was a tough showing for them. Nebraska, Ole Miss are moving up to the Big Ten. Nebraska kind of got destroyed last year when they're in the Big Ten, so see if they kind of recalibrate it a little bit to see if they can see any type of improvement there. Here is the final look at the conferences. Here, the green means they moved up from the previous conference. Red moved down, as we talked about a little bit before. But here are the teams in order alphabetically of what we are looking at for next season. If you look at the Big Ten one, there's Alabama, Auburn, there's Florida, Florida State, there's Georgia, Florida, LSU, Georgia, Notre Dame, Ohio State, you got Oregon, UCLA, you got Oregon, Washington, you got a bunch of really cool Florida, Miami. There's a bunch of cool Notre Dame, Miami with the Catholics versus the convict stuff. Like, there's a whole host of interesting matchups that can go down in that conference. Sliding over to what we are going to be dealing with in our conference. Obviously, we're still up at a 99 overall. We are way deeper with depth than we were in the last 2 years. I think legitly we could be considered a 99 overall this year. And we'll get to that here in a little bit. But as we scroll through, we don't have really anybody over the 80s. We have Baylor, TCU, Vatech. Everybody at UCF is a 69, a 71. Mississippi State 76. We destroyed them both times we played them last year. So again, might be a year where we kind of struggle a little bit to find competition. Now, the next one's not much better, to be quite honest with you. So until we get up to the likes of Iowa, 92 overall, 90 for Michigan, 87, 89, 88, 89. And Tennessee just got absolutely worked in the Big Ten last year. 96, 91, 90, 94, 92, 91, 95, 92, 92, 99, 97, 93, 94, 89, 91, 88. So, like, this is obviously the place where we belong. So, but here's the thing, right? We get throttled by Alabama. We struggle against Ohio State. I think we played Miami once. So there's definitely some improvement to be had, but that is what it's going to look like here in the next upcoming years of this series. All right, looking at the schedule here, we have Alabama week 1. We're going to travel to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in an Aflac kickoff game. So, love the neutral site, a rematch of last year's college football playoff game. They are ranked number 2 to start. We are ranked number 11. Then we have a home ACC game week 2, and then we are on the road again at Iowa before we have 2 home games against Baylor and Utah in the ACC, excuse me. Then we go on the road 4 straight times in the middle of the year. They are absolutely killing our recruiting portion of this season because we need to get people on campus week 4 and 5, which is tough sometimes to do. And then we have a whole host of away games, right? Tough away games. TCU is 8-5 last year. 8-6 Mississippi State. We have to go on the road against them. 6-7, not great from Colorado State, but we traveled there. Stanford 6-7, 6-3 in the conference last year. So we travel there as well. Then we have Oklahoma State, who is a Big 12 school, I believe. This is an SEC team a Big Ten team. So we are now in the fourth best conference. So that's how I pick my non-conference teams, is the next three conferences above us. And then we finish the year with a bye week 11. Then we have home game against North Carolina and Pitt. So we are going to need early visits to be very beneficial, and then late visits, as we have 6 through 9, so 4 straight away games towards the middle of that season. Last thing we are going to look at the roster. I'm not going to talk about depth chart yet because I need to make some changes, but this is what the team looks like here at the end. Nicholson up to a 90. I did a lot of work on his physical attributes, hoping that he stays after this year. As he gets like 40 some. So then we can really start to go towards other attributes to make him super good next year. If he does decide to leave, we have Bowanko. He should be able to step up and be pretty solid. He's obviously not as quick as Nicholson is, but we can obviously work on that if need be as well. Byard 90 overall. Paris is up at an 86. Muti actually passed Ham. Ham ended up being the lowest of the group and almost cut him, to be quite honest with you, just because Contact Seeker typically doesn't grow very well. Woodside, Cantazaro, Bynum, 94s across the board. Look at the speed, 90 plus on all of them, and we're 6'1", 6'2", 6'2". Then you have Matupoka, and he is 6'3" with 98 speed, so he's going to be in the slot for sure. Then you got Burgess at a 90 with 92 speed. Ismail is 94 speed at an 89, so we are super deep at receiver. But look, he's going to leave. Gone. He's probably going to leave. He's going to leave. So now we have these three and whatever we bring in that we need to make sure we take care of. Kongbo, we moved over to tight end. He's 6'2", 212. He should play pretty well there. We did work on his blocking quite a bit, so he should be solid there. Newcomb, though, he jumped out of nowhere to take a 95 overall as well. The only issue is he is a 75 speed, so he is still going to probably be down the depth chart a little bit. Left tackle, we got to make a decision. It's going to probably be Jones just because of the physical attributes, but really solid there. We got Tuttle, 95 overall. He's going to be so good. 85 center. We might move Law over. Otherwise, we do have Epperson, Vincent at a 91. 3 seniors in the right guard room as well. 2 seniors in the 90s. So one of these guys might get bumped to center. We can't just have 90s sitting on the bench, right? So great depth in the O-line. Left edge, Godwin is an 87, so he's going to be really solid there at the edge position. Dorte is a sophomore. We have Azuela as well down here. The only thing with Dorte is his 69 speed. I wanted to move him into D-tackle, but we have pretty decent depth here, so he might be like a rush D tackle look to get Azuela on the field. Butte is going to be an 85. Schlesinger is right behind him as a 83 overall. Then we have a 97 overall middle linebacker, 82 speed, which is crazy to me. Super slow, but he plays so well, especially in sim. And then we have 2 will linebackers in the 90s, so we need to find a way to get both of them on the field, which unfortunately means maybe Butte doesn't play as much. Our corners are ridiculous, all in the 90 speeds, up in the 90s, 5 deep. I mean, it's insane how deep we are there. 92 overall with 87 speed here for the sophomore and Wanu. And then last but not least, our safeties, 87 overall, 83 overall. So we are really, really deep. Kickers, 88, 82 for the punter. Look at all these 90s that we have found on this team. It is crazy to think about, but now we need to get it to win big games, right? We can't just continue to go 13-0 and lose in the first round. That's just not how this is going to continue to go. But that is going to be the end of this episode. We got through the offseason transfer portal stuff. We saw the class more so than any of the recruiting portion. Brought in 34 new faces, transfers, and and freshmen and things like that. So we are going to set up the recruiting board. Again, got to get people into the top 5 early, and then hopefully find some late timing visits that win some big name recruits. I appreciate taking the time to watch this video. I always love the off-season ones. I love the support that you've given me. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, leave a comment. What do we think the ending of this season looks like after seeing the roster that we have built? As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.